Okay, so looking at how to edit the front side of the website. Um, so you got basically two things here. You've got your main slider. Um, Goes through some different things, and you can click on these, and they take you to a detail of what that event is. And you've also got your lower section here, which has like 3 blocks with some sample or with some description, and then you can click on each one of these like for more information. So let's take a look at how to edit these. You got to be logged into the back end in order to edit. And these are all found under the tools, and then under website, and then under content. And there's a section here, external website ads. And you can see we have just a bunch of stuff here. So let's look at Easter. Easter, we just basically give it a title that's internal only, give it a start time and an end time, so you can pre-schedule a bunch of events, and then they'll show and disappear based on your time frame. Priority is that should that show at the very first slider, or is it the last slider, or like what priority does it have down here coming left to right. We've got text. This is the text that shows when you click on it, and you can see here you can format this however you would like. Summary text, I don't exactly remember where that shows up at. And then your image and your detail image. This is the slider image, and this is when you click on it and it goes to that page, an image that shows there. So here I'll show you. That's the slider image, that's the detail image, and you'll see that if you were to come back to Easter, there's a slider image, and then there's the detail image. So that's how that works. Down here, you can select, if you have different campuses set up, you can select which campus. Primary audience, homepage rotator, that's the slider. Secondary audience, sub ad. I'll click on this and hit save, and you'll see that now it also shows up down here. Okay, and because it has 100% priority, it shows up on the left, and it kicked the other stuff off. So now the other stuff that was there is not showing because it has a priority of 100%. So now it shows up there as well. And this is probably, I imagine, let's take a look here. This is probably where your summary, say this is summary. Let's see if that is now what shows up here. No, it's not. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and take this off, put that other stuff back. Did we save it? Okay. So let's take a look at these lower, there we go. Let's take a look at these lower ones. How do we do this? We've got, what do we got here? The car show. So let's look at the car show. So again, title and priority comes and goes. Content and the summary. And then you've got your image and your detail image. So this image is the same dimensions as the slider image, and again you have your detail image. That is what shows up when you click here. So the way you set these two up is exactly the same. You're just changing where you'll notice that this says primary audience sub ad. Now if I were to take this and move it over to the homepage rotator, you're going to see that it's going to completely disappear from here. And now we have something else that shows up here. That's because Glow is a lower priority. See, it's only 70% priority. So it was an approved ad, but because there's only 3 showing on this home, and it had the lowest priority. It wasn't showing, but when we moved that out, it popped up into place. And now we see that the car show is now up here on the home slider. So the two types of ads are developed in the same way, same image sizes and everything. You just choose where you want them to be shown up. So what could you use these for? Well, these could be such as here, like youth events that you want people to register for or that you want them to know more information about. These could be ads for different ministries. I think if we go to winacity.com, I believe you have a similar setup, 3 images right down here. You could do these exact same things here. As a matter of fact, if you were to go to let's say, like for the car show, just use the car show as an example. Let's say you didn't want, it to be a clickable type thing. You simply remove this text and remove that image. Hit save. It does take a second for it to catch up. We are upgrading the server space, which will make this a whole lot faster. Just make sure that we did that correctly. Summary text is still there. Hit save. It's not catching up, but these would be no longer clickable. They would not be clickable items, and so you could just use them as just simply ads. As a matter of fact, if you want to see that in real time, since that's not updating right this second, you can see that we have that set up here. So these are all just different things. So that's how the home page works. Hopefully, one thing I was going to mention about that is if you want, you can always format this text. Just click on this button right here, switches between code editor or kind of the WYSIWYG. So let's say we want this first to be block text and this to be paragraph. Now that we have that saved, let's go here, recycle our page. See, now it caught up, but see here, now we have formatted text, and we don't have the image there because we took it away. So hopefully that's helpful, and there you go.